Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 13. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And I read that scripture because it's very vital in these last days. You, as a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you need to fear the Lord. Fear Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, because we don't have that much time left. You see the things that's going on in the earth, and these things are not going to die down. These things are only going to intensify and get worse. And you have no protection. You can't protect yourself. You have no power. If this country has taught you anything, it has taught you that you don't have one lick of power here. You can protest and you can march and you can gather together. You can, multiply with firearm or whatever. You still have no power, man. History has told you that. Your only power, which a lot of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, a lot of you don't believe, your only power is Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi. You call on God and Jesus. There's no power in that, right? You got to call on the names, right? You have to call on the names. Let me see if I can find this real quick. This is which I didn't read that in a while. Because there's only one name that you're gonna be saved. Only one name. And Salakia, 1 second. Salakia, I'm trying to locate it right now. The scriptures, I thought it was in Proverbs. One name, we save. It's not coming up, but the scriptures tell you that there's only one name you can call on that, you can say that you would be saved. And that's the name Yahawah, YAHAWASHI. Everything else is going to fail you, man. Everything else. So Salakia, yeah, that was my son. He on a rampage. But yeah, man. This is the world we living in where you need to know Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi in those names. Calling on Jesus and God and Christ and all that, it's not going to get you nowhere, man. So you got this dude that's pretty much going into why, the Lord needs to be feared. Because you got this system that's built on Satan, and everybody fears Satan more than they fear the Lord. You know, when the Lord created all things, man, the Lord created Satan, right? So how are you going to fear the creation and not the creator? Let me get this next one. We're going to play it. This is Isaiah 45:7. This is why you should fear YAHAWASHI. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Lord do all these things. The Lord, he controls the right and the left. He controls the evil and the good. Nothing passes through and nothing happens unless it's written off and signed off by Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Right? You can act up if you want, but you keep playing with the Lord, man, you're gonna get something that's terrible. So let's hear what this brother got to say.
Yo, most people don't realize that God is much more scarier than Satan. You feel me? And I'm gonna give you a couple reasons why. Number one, God is omnipresent, which means he's everywhere at the same time. So which means he could touch you at any time, anywhere. You can't run from God. But Satan is not omnipresent. Like, he can't be in multiple places at the same time. That's one.
Exactly. Right? The scriptures tell you that. Yahweh is omnipotent, omnipotent, right? Meaning he's everywhere all the time. Why do you think people are being judged throughout the four corners of the earth daily? Because Yahweh Shem Shah's judgment is everywhere. Nobody dies unless the Lord writes off on it, man. Unless the Lord decrees that act to happen. That's when judgment happens.
And two, if you read the Old Testament, man, that's enough to show you, that's enough proof. God, his judgment is swift and it is just. God is the type of person, like in the Old Testament, he judged people simply by swallowing them up with the earth. That's one. There was a king also that the king wasn't obeying God, and God plagued him with a disease and said that his intestines would grow outside of his stomach. And that exact thing came to happen. God is the one who parted the Red Sea. Like, I don't think you guys understand how crazy that is. To part the Red Sea to where you have water on one side making a wall and water on the other side making a wall. That's how scary God is. Like, say.
And that's very scary, man. Just seeing a huge wave in the ocean is scary, man. The ocean itself is very scary, right? There's only, what this devil said, only 5% of the ocean is discovered. The other 95% they don't know about. So why wouldn't you fear a power that created the ocean, the sea, right? That created some of these animals on the land that you've never seen before that are super vicious, man. Right? Look at the lion, man. Look at the tiger. Look at the bear. The Lord created all of that, man. And them things will rip you into shreds. But here you got people that are denouncing the Most High. You got people that are speaking proud against the Most High. Because what? You got Esau Edom, the devil, Satan, right? Who Satan is controlling, who's the physical arm of Satan, making you believe that the Lord is not more powerful than Satan, man. You people are completely bugged out and gone. You people are completely bugged out and gone, man. The Lord plagued many people with diseases. He put plagues on cities and countries and brought great death. And he's going to do the same thing this time around, right? And guess what? You atheist niggas, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, you speaking proud words against the Lord, thinking that your guns are going to save you, your money, your job, right? Whatever you claim to have security in is going to save you. The Lord's going to take all that from you, man. Right? The Lord can blind you. The Lord has blinded people, man. You see some of these people, they be all broke up. The Lord did that. But you're not going to fear the Lord? Right? Let's get Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. It says, the Lord hath made all things for himself. Right? The Lord has made all things for himself. Everything for his purpose. It says, yea, even the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. That race is known as the wicked in the Bible. It says, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil, man. And guess what? The wicked is about to bring evil on you tribes, man, because you don't fear the Lord. See how that all goes together? Right? See how that lines up perfectly? Those that fear the Lord is going to protect. Those that do not fear the Lord, he's going to allow the wicked to get you on the day of evil, man, to destroy you, to completely mess your world up. Right? You just had that lady. I just did a lesson. That lady got her face blew off by an ICE agent. And then you had two more people. And I forgot what state that was in. Get shot by ICE agents. So you see the direction this country is going in, man. And it ain't nothing good. It ain't nothing good, man. So, yeah, man. You in for a rude awakening. Those that take the Most High lightly. Those that take his name lightly, man. Those that figure like, because they're at ease and at peace, so-called in this country, the deceiver, the devil has put that battery in your back. You are you losing, man. You're gonna lose, and you're losing. It's not gonna end good for you.
Satan is a peon. Satan is God's creation. I don't see why people fear Satan more than God himself. That's never made sense to me. You get me? God swallowed up Jonah in a fish. Well, it said the fish probably was a whale or something. Who knows? All because Jonah disobeyed his orders. That's kind of crazy. So people give Satan way too much credit. Satan is not a threat, though. If you're somebody who's living right, Satan is not a threat at all. It's only when you're sinning, when you're living in sin, then Satan is a threat. But God is a threat at all times, even if you disobey him. Like, I don't see why people don't fear God. Like, God is much more scarier, you feel me, than Satan will ever be.
Exactly, man. And the brother, he on point. Because Jake liked to take it lightly. That's what I'm saying. Jake liked to take these things lightly. What do you think is going to happen, right? When this country becomes lawless and total chaos breaks out? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to you if you're not covered by the mercy of YAHAWASHI? You're going to get stomped out, man. This is Psalms 115 and verse, I'm going to read 11. It says, ye that fear the Lord, trust in the Lord. He is their help and their shield. So the only way you can be protected is if you fear the Lord. He'll be your shield. He'll be your protection. He'll be your help. Because the Lord said in what is that, Job 5, that he was going to deliver you out of 6 troubles. Right? And those 6 troubles have been on the earth. And we coming into that 6th trouble, which is Jacob's trouble. We're in the beginning stages of that. You're not exempt. Especially if you're a nigga. 2/3 of our people, they're going to get wiped out, man. 2/3 of our people are going to get wiped out because what? They became like the heathen. Right? But for the ones that believe, the ones that fear the Lord, the ones that are trying each and every day to get right and stay right in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, those, Lord willing, will be the ones that the Lord will have mercy on in that day. Right? You know, Lord willing, I'm one of them. So let's get Lamentation. Get a couple more. This is Lamentation. Right? Lamentation. Chapter 3. 3 and verse 37. It says, who is he that saith, and it come to pass, when the Lord commandeth it not? So nothing can happen. You know, you got these devils saying they'll do this, they're going to do that, they're going to take over this, they're going to take over that. If the Lord didn't, want that to go down, that's not going down. It says, out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. So the Lord, like I said, he controls both sides. Right? He controls both sides, man. You know? Let's go to Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 14. It says, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord, man. So everything that happens in your life, it comes from the Lord. Right? You live to see 90, that's of the Lord. If you die at 10, 2, that's of the Lord. If you run into some money, right? If you get a new house, a car, your dream, that's the Lord, man. If you wind up homeless, without a shirt on your back, that's the Lord, man. Everything, it comes from the Lord. Everything, man. Everything is a test. The Lord is testing you Israelites daily, man. Putting things in your life to see how you're gonna react. Right? The Lord is very deep like that, man. This will be my last one. We're gonna shut it down. This is Sirach chapter 23 and verse 19. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts, man. What you think in your mind. So the Lord knows what you're thinking, and he knows what you're doing. You cannot hide anything from YAHAWASHI, man. So keep that in mind while you're out here continuing in wickedness and not trying to get right. Because the fear of the Lord is definitely going to come on the earth, man. It's coming. It's coming, 144 miles an hour, man. It's coming. 144,000 miles an hour. So I'm going to leave it there. YAHAWASHI willing, the elect was of the Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. To the next lesson. Shalom.
It sense to me. You get me? God swallowed up Jonah in a fish. Well, it said the fish probably was a whale or something. Who knows? all because Jonah disobeyed his orders. That's kind of crazy. So people give Satan way too much credit. Satan is not a threat, though. If you're somebody who's living right, Satan is not a threat at all. It's only when you're sinning, when you're living in sin, then Satan is a threat. But God is a threat at all times. You know, even if you disobey him, like, I don't see why people don't fear God. Like, God is much more scarier, you feel me, than Satan will ever be.